Be honest, how many times have you tried to learn a foreign language only to forget literally everything the very next day? Hola, bourjou, konnichiwa. What was that again? Hmm. If this sounds like you, first of all, it's not your fault. You're not bad at language. You're not a bad language learner. You've just been using a method that was pretty much designed to fail. Most of us start the same way. Textbox, long vocabulary lists, maybe an app that makes you tap on a picture of cats and dogs or makes you say, I am an apple. You cram, you memorize. And 24 hours later, proof gone away from your brain. Why? Because your brain is brilliant at forgetting. Your brain needs information that is interesting, emotionally touching, and pecula. So, magic input. And the traditional way of learning languages is like trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole at the bottom. You keep pouring words in it, but leak out almost immediately. So, why does that happen? Here's the sciencey bit. Your brain doesn't learn by memorizing endless lists. It learns by connecting ideas to real experiences and by revisiting them at the right time. Maybe you've heard of the brilliant psychologist Ebbinghaus. Ebbinghaus explained how the brain memorizes and learns, and he was a brilliant guy. He was really nice. I haven't met him personally because he lived 100 years ago, but anyway, since he has written down how the brain learns. Schools and educational systems all over the world ignore it. I don't know why. Anyway, when you just read a word once and move on, your brain files it under temporary junk, like the name of that random video or a Wi-Fi network that you saw in Starbucks or that random video that was presented at Netflix. By the way, if you go to Starbucks or if you use Netflix, use it to learn foreign languages. Starbucks as a kind of anchor place where you always study German, French, Italian, Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, or maybe Polish. And Netflix to see series and films in the language you're targeting. If you don't see or use the word again soon, your brain happily deletes it. And that's why study once, forget tomorrow feels so familiar. Hmm? And this is the part where people usually blame themselves. They say, I must be bad at languages. Nope, that's wrong. There is not such a thing like talent. There's just a thing like method. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you speak your mother language? Then you're a brilliant language learner. Congratulations. Human beings are actually wired for languages. Babies learn them without textbooks. Okay, they need a couple of years. You just want to need a couple of weeks. But anyway, they don't learn grammar drills without Duolingo strings, without using this green funny bird, this parrot-like whatever that is. The problem isn't you, the problem is the method. Oh, by the way, if you're a Duolingo fan, Duolingo is absolutely perfect, but I personally prefer Lango Talk, which is the advanced version of Duolingo. So what does work? There are three keys most people never get told about. Why? Because they take time, and time is something in school that you don't have if you want to get through the stuff you need to teach. Well, I don't know why. Spaced repetition. Your brain remembers best when you review information at increasing intervals. What you know today, repeat tomorrow, and day 3, and then day 7, and then day 14. It's like hitting the save button in your memory. Instead of memorizing random words like pineapple or toast, I learn words you actually use in a conversation and learn them in a complete phrase. If you care about ordering coffee, start with coffee words. Hey, Anna, um, Anna أريد أن أكل شايا. Um, ciao. Piacerebbe un caffè, per favore. Bonjour, j'aimerais un café. Ähm, ich nehme mal einen Kaffee, ne? Ich nehme halt mal einen Kaffee. Ähm, äh, hast du einen Kaffee? Ne? Kaffee, Kaffee. Anyway, so your brain loves context, it sticks. So reading and listening are fine, but nothing beats speaking. Even if you only know 5 words, use them. Every kid that enters school at first grade knows 5 words in English. How? No, not how. Who the fuck is Alice? So they all speak English. And that's why the whole world believes, oh, Germans speak English. Every German speaks English like a native speaker, which is absolutely not true. 99% of all Germans speak very, very good, bad English. But who the fuck is Alice is what their kids use. And they use it, well, they use it the way you should use it. Yeah. So, reading and listening is nice, but you have to speak these 5 words. Say them out loud. Who the fuck is Alice? Then say them to a friend. Text them to a friend. Who the fuck is Alice, my friend? Order badly at a cafe. Hey, who the fuck is Alice? Cafe? I'd like to have one. Who the fuck is Alice cafe? That's awkwardness. Well, that sounds like your brain is learning. I mean, currently you are doing, don't you? You're still watching that lunatic video, so apparently you're learning something. Raising your interest. So next time you forget everything overnight, don't beat yourself up. You're not broken. You're not bad at languages. You're intelligent. You just haven't been taught how memory really works. Use repetition, context, and active use, and suddenly learning a language won't feel like pouring water into a leaky bucket. It'll actually stick in your brain. Because you need to, let me use my glasses to look like a professor or something. There are some neurons in your brain, I mean, hopefully, and these nervous cells need to connect like roots of a plant are growing when something like growth is going to happen. So you need to, let's say, repeat or get into the emotion to learn something so that your nervous cells can connect. You have to create the hardware in your brain. You have to create proteins in your brain. So that's simply what's necessary. If that doesn't happen, then, well, don't do it. Yeah. And by the way, these connections of your nervous cells are happening in the pause, in the break, when you have a rest, not when you're actively filling your brain with vocabulary, but after that. And then forget about your mobile phone or other input because that will instantly delete what you've just learned. All right, so how many times have you failed at learning a language? Probably as many times as you've been given a broken system. Now you know better. Time to learn smarter, not harder. And maybe next time you say bourjou, you'll actually remember it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. In diesem Sinne, eine gute Zeit bis zum nächsten Video und viel Spaß beim Sprachenlernen.